Welcome. Government agencies are innovating faster than they ever have before, thanks to the evolution of the cloud. I'm Francis Rose with Scoop News Group. My guest today is Dave Peters, Associate Chief Information Officer of the Digital Infrastructure Services Center at the Department of Agriculture. Dave, welcome. It's great to talk to you again. You've done this for a while at GSA first and now at the Agriculture Department. What are you seeing as far as the way that the cloud's enabling USDA to be able to serve its customers better?
Thank you, Francis. It's great to see you again. Regarding cloud at USDA, it's really been an enabler across all of USDA. If you think about the strategic plans that have been in place the last 5 years at USDA, they've called for improvements in customer experience. They've called for increased data sharing. We've used the cloud for the last 3+ years to do that. So if you think about our farmers.gov platform, if you think about some of our inspection programs at APHIS and otherwise, we're using the cloud to improve the customer experience. But it's not only about the customer experience, which is important, of course. Once we get that data, we need to process it, share it, analyze it, and we need to make good decisions. And we're using the cloud in all of those ways. Now, with our more recent strategic plan, we're now addressing climate and we're addressing equity. And we're using cloud to do that as well. With the shared services nature of cloud, we can actually take a look at the shared services platforms that we're using and measure carbon footprint reduction. My DISC organization has recently established a 3-ton carbon reduction per year goal as part of our strategic plan. And so we're excited about the future. We're excited about continuing to leverage cloud to address all of our strategic objectives across USDA.
Just a quick sidebar, Dave. A lot of the terms that you use there, you brought with you knowledge, at least, about from GSA to USDA, shared services and the cloud and the centers of excellence in particular. What kind of visibility or maybe advantage has that given you, do you think, in meeting the goals that USDA has laid out in its strategic plan?
You know, when I got to USDA, I found, and I saw that when I was here with the COEs, there was a tremendous baseline of cloud knowledge. You know, I think one of the advantages I came from GSA was I worked with other agencies. I was able to do some benchmarking, and that helped really with some of the change management activities that we've deployed. But, you know, USDA had been working on modernization programs since I came over. So, they had many of these initiatives already in process.
How has USDA evaluated the challenges that it's trying to meet, the problems it's trying to solve for citizens, and then applied cloud to get the results that it wants to do that?
You know, we're very much a customer experience oriented agency. So it's not just about, processing loans. I mean, that's our business in terms of loans, insurance, benefits, distribution, but we want to know at the transactional level, what are our customers feeling? How easy is it for them? And so we're taking a look at a lot of different measurement processes, leveraging cloud technology and industry partner expertise to bake those into how we deploy this technology.
It sounds like you're at a point then where you can evaluate, this is where we are today, this is where we were at some point in the past, and see what the trajectory has been. What are some examples of things that you can do now that maybe you couldn't do before or couldn't do as well before, Dave?
That's, what we really are at an inflection point. We've proven that we can deploy this type of technology. We've proven that we can improve individual customer experiences and applications and programs. Really the inflection point now is about tying all that data together, tying all those interfaces together. Customers look at what they experience online, whether it's Capital One or Etsy or Amazon, and they want that from USDA as well. So, what we're doing is we're partnering with our Office of Customer Experience. We're partnering extensively with our CDO. And we're measuring how we're using data, what the customers are thinking, and then we're sharing that. We've established new working groups, new advisory boards here within USDA, and so everyone's involved. It's absolutely a team sport.
What have you learned lessons-wise, both either at GSA or at USDA, that you could share with other organizations, roadblocks that you weren't expecting that popped up along the way, or successes that you had that maybe you didn't anticipate? that other agencies could learn from?
It's funny, with the new technology, you always think it's technical hurdles, but it's really focus on the business, focus on the customer, focus on the outcomes. If you're supporting a transaction in terms of a specific program, what are the benefits, what are the outcomes, and try to identify the variables up front that you need to measure that performance in terms of customer satisfaction, first time acceptance rate, transaction interval, and build that into the design, build that into the deployment, and then measure it. So it's not just the customer experience is first and foremost, but systemically, how do we gather the data so that we can look at that over time and continuously improve it? I think the other lesson we've learned is, I've kind of downplayed the technical, but there's really a value engineering approach as well. So don't be afraid to spend a little bit up front to work with an industry partner, to take a look at that design. Am I buying the right amount of licenses? Am I building for the appropriate capacity? Am I overbuying? And can I actually, based on projected adoption, are there better amounts I can buy so to ensure that the performance is optimal?
You're laying out a record of progress and achievement, but it doesn't sound like you're finished. What comes next for the cloud at USDA, Dave?
Yeah, what comes next, I call it the USDA digital enterprise. And so what we really want to do is link together data. We've started a partnership with our CDO, we call Enterprise Data Management. And we're looking at how we can link data together more effectively, more efficiently, to improve that customer experience and improve transactions across USDA. With that, I think will come improved architecture. More so that customers will have better experience. And that'll really take us. Like I said, we've proven that we can adopt cloud. We want to make it more effectively, more efficient, and drive value to the citizens of this country.
Dave, thanks very much for the conversation. Congratulations on what you're doing. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Francis.